All right, so I'm gonna run through how to figure out where your posts go when you're doing your post layout. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be working on the framing for the wheelchair ramp. We gotta put the posts in, get the landings in place, and then build the frame to connect everything together. We have all of our posts set, and now we're gonna set the laser up on the deck over here, and then we're gonna make sure our math is mathing on our slope, on all of our landings. And then once we have that established, we can actually start building the frame. What we did was we set our laser up off of this mark right here, and then we went around to each landing and marked reference lines. So we marked a reference line, and then I'm not gonna lie, I used AI. We did this on each landing, so it told us how far to go. So like this first section is 17.5 inches down. From here to there, 17.5 inches down. And then we did that for each section. And then we ended up, let's walk down to the end now. So it told us how far. Our grade line on this one's here. And on the end one it was 50 inches, which is right there. We're like a 1/4 inch off, but that's completely fine with us. So we're gonna go ahead and start building the frame. All right, so we're gonna start putting this ramp together. We figured out that our slope, it's 5.1 degrees, so it'll start and end at the beginning and end of each landing. The landings will be level, and then as it takes off, that 5 degree will then take back off again. I'm gonna go around and mark all the landings. Sam's gonna start getting set up. We're calling these joists. In reality, we're treating them like rafters. So they're gonna land on this side just like this was a ledger board, then they'll be supported underneath on that side. Because if we didn't do it that way, there'd be nothing to support that in without a joist hanger, and they don't make joist hangers, at least that I know of, with angles on them. So treat these joists like rafters and support them accordingly. So I have the landing assembled. This customer is not getting a picture frame and anything. They're just, the fascia is gonna come up to the side and the deck board is gonna go to it. So we will need to block this, but we're not gonna block them now. We'll block everything at the end. So I think what I'm gonna do now is start building attaching the rafters from this ledger to the one over there on that end. All right, so I got my string set up a reference for my slope from this end to this end. I still gotta put the beam in across here because, like I said before, we're treating these like rafters. So that end will attach just like a ledger on a beam would, the rafter. And then on this end, we gotta have a beam under here holding these boards up. Same with that end. So I'll get this beam installed, then I can measure my long point and my short point on each rafter and then cut them. Now we get to work on this monstrosity. It has to maintain the same slope the whole way, but we're gonna change angles. We're gonna go from this one to there, and then from there to there. So this ought to be fun. All right, guys, so I'm gonna bring you up to speed on the frame. We got the frame pretty much done, except for one 2x8 for short one. We'll put that one in tomorrow. So now we gotta cut the post, add the posts where they go for the railing, and then once we have the posts all placed and cut, then we can start doing the blocking. It's a lot quicker if you go through and measure all your blocking first and then cut it all at once. We're gonna put blocking in between the rafters, joists, whatever you wanna call them, every third or so. So section here, section there, and then blocking around the posts. All right, so I'm gonna run through how to figure out where your posts go when you're doing your post layout. From inside of this 4x4, the inside of it, this side right here, to that side right there, I have 141 1/4, okay? And then I'm gonna subtract my 4x4, which is 3.5 inches, and that gives me 137 3/4 left over. And then I'm gonna divide that by 2 because I got 2 sections here. And that leaves me with 68 7/8. So if I measure 68 7/8 from each side, 68 7/8, and then 68 7/8, I have 3.5 left over. And that's where my post goes. All right, we're getting ready to get started on the skirting now, and I'm gonna explain to you what we're doing, and I'm gonna build a section so you can see what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna attach 2x4s to the bottom of the 4x4s here for our skirting, which is gonna run vertically, and then the fascia will come up an inch above like that. The boards will all die into the fascia, just as so. So the skirting is pretty much done. Sam's finishing up that side. Now we have to put all the blocking in. Mostly on the angle. So all this area, both of those, and then down here. And the other thing I forgot to mention earlier is we have to tie this existing retaining wall into there somehow. And then we're gonna have, I think, 2, maybe 3 steps right here. All right, so now we are to, I guess you call it flat blocking. That's what we call it, at least. I'm gonna run the decking perpendicular to the joist. So down here in this corner, there's gonna be small little pieces, and then they're not gonna land right. So you need to flat block. To make it easy, I'm just tracing the bottom of these. I'll lag them in from the ends. And then the center one, I'm just gonna run 2x4s 1.5 inches down on each side, and then it'll all be finished.